men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious. I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg. Greg Anthony. The Mavericks are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and will be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top caliber teams face it off on the hardwood to do battle.
And right now, they're in the middle of what could be the most demanding part of their schedule all season. I mean, this is the third game they'll have played in 4 days. You've got to get some sore muscles and tired, weary legs when you're in a stretch like that. But not only the physical fatigue, there's the mental and emotional fatigue, too.
Yeah, certainly an additional challenge, no doubt. But considering their punishing schedule, it will take a toll. Now, they're not going to make any excuses, but we'll just have to see how they respond.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 5-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
Ball movement was superb, majestic, and they got good shots, and they made them. So it wasn't a surprise, but the ball movement was the key.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Here's Nowitzki after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. Nowitzki kicks to McGee. Williams dishes to Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. Parsons' shot is off.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency. Still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development. Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Smith wide open. He fires. It's good from long range.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
It's Williams with the drive. And Matthews kicks to Williams. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Felton comes in for Parsons, and Barea subbed in for Williams. No one near James as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Nowitzki. 1 quarter in the books, and it's going to... And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done. One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Other trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Thompson is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Nice shot by Smith.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. He was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for J.J. Barea.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Felton kicks to Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got his second bucket. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. And it's LeBron missing for Dallas. They've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Kicks to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Williams, that's good.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Thompson, and it's denied. And they get it back. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for James. 5th in scoring, 15th in assists, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And as you said, one of the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Last time they met was in Dallas.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten a win.
A different look now for Cleveland. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Shumpert with it. Williams picks him up. Nice shot by Smith. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
McGee with the block. Down low. And stolen by James. Smith against Felton to the right side. Dellavedova from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Nowitzki. Dallas no good that time either. LeBron outside, unloads, and the first half comes to a conclusion.
Kevin, I'm here with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's jacked in for Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Williams.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Powell, the pass to Barea. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now a 9-point Dallas lead.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant. I'll tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. .130 left to play in the third. Here's Barea. But he stays with it. Another miss by Barea.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Smith against Felton. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
A different look for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for foul. And Darren Williams is subbed in for J.J. Barea.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Passes it to Felton. Nowitzki a screen. Got it off in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Mavericks leading by 8. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Amon Shepard is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the point guard. On the wing, Williams, covered by Irving. Here's Felton. And finally they hit one. Felton's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And stolen by Nowitzki. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. And the rejection by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doubled by Smith. Felton kicks to Nowitzki. From 12 feet out. Rebound by Smith.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And stolen by Darren Williams. No one near Felton as he lets it go. And he gets it to go. 10 points for Dirk Nowitzki. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
For 3, Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And one thing that I know...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Shoots from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Matthews kicks to Williams. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Mavericks.
The starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. They not only lightened the load, the bench guaranteed and actually produced the win.
They sure did. And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27 7.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Dirk Nowitzki. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result. Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hands.
At the line for your Cavaliers. Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Nowitzki with the screen on Irving. Barea with it. Here's the 3. That's good.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody.